You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Days of Our Lives fans. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I have got your day's full weekly spoilers from Monday, September 11th, all the way through Friday, September 15th. Just to give you some context, we are taping this the evening of Wednesday, September 6th. Just so you know, we've seen 3 days of shows this week. But to catch you up real quick, then on Thursday, September 7th, we have Victor Kiriakis' funeral kicking off, and Philip Kiriakis is trying to calm down his mom, Kate, who's, of course, worried he's going to face some charges for coming back to town. Maggie pressures Sarah to tell Xander the truth on Thursday, and Xander, in turn, argues with Sonny Kiriakis. Then on Friday, September 8th, I believe we have a little more funeral action, and Vivian Alaimain swoops into town to talk about how Victor was the love of her life, and she just have to come say goodbye to him. Sarah Horton goes into labor with Xander Cook's baby while she's still struggling with feelings for him. And John Black figures out something about Dick Van Dyke's mysterious character, amnesiac Joseph Bell. That's the rest of this week. Now let's talk about what's happening next week, starting on Monday, September 11th, which is season 59, episode 11. We're going to dig into all these, but if you haven't already, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our day's updates. On Monday, Theresa Donovan is very excited to be reunited with Stephanie Johnson and Kayla Brady. That'll be a nice, heartwarming reunion, looks like. Sarah Horton gives birth on Monday. I think her labor and delivery culminates on Monday, but she's got some sort of life-threatening complication after childbirth that they are going to have to deal with. And rumor has it, Xander will be on hand for this. But that's just a rumor. Wait and see on that. That's not an official spoiler. Official spoiler is her suffering life-threatening complications after childbirth. Also confirmed is that Justin Kiriakis promises to look into Vivian Alaimain's claims about Victor Kiriakis. Then Tuesday, September 12th is episode 12 of season 59. We are just barely into this new season. Ava Vitali and Harris Michaels remain on the run, but that same day, there is a shooting in Salem. So I know when I did the 2-week spoilers, and I think the early weekly spoilers, I talked about a shooting in Salem this week. And somebody basically dropped in the comments and was like, no, dummy, that happened this week. There's more than one shooting. Just like there's more than one resurrected person walking around Salem, there is plenty of capacity for violence, bombings, shootings, mayhem. There is another shooting on Tuesday, according to the official spoilers. I'm guessing it probably is going to be EJ again. Maybe he sees Ava while she's creeping around with Harris. Who knows? That's just guesswork on my part. But I do think that EJ is involved because what I'm going to tell you about Wednesday in just 1 second. Meanwhile, also on Tuesday, Chanel Dupree is conflicted where her romantic life is concerned. Both Talia Hunter and Johnny DiMera are actively pursuing her. Midweek on Days of Our Lives, Wednesday, September 13th. Episode 13th of season 59, EJ DiMera is in trouble, say the official spoilers, and unofficial rumors say that he is arrested for his role in recent violence happening at Bayview and perhaps this Tuesday shooting as well. Meanwhile, Rafe is off chasing down Harris and Ava, who are simultaneously running from the assassin, but I believe also running towards Susan Banks now that Ava remembers that she's alive. If they can bring her back, that might put an end to EJ's violent vendetta. Let's hope. Meanwhile, Belle Black is engaged in a public brawl when Shawn Brady walks up on it, and Chanel and Johnny face a difficult choice about the future. Thursday, September 14th on Days of Our Lives is episode 14 of the current season. Belle remains very concerned about Shawn's drinking. We know that Martha Madison is leaving as Belle Black, and I tend to think she and Shawn are going to leave town together, maybe to help him get treatment. maybe for him to go spend time with his mom, Hope, and his comatose dad, Bo, to work through some of this stress and guilt. I don't know. That's just the feeling I get because I know that Martha Madison is leaving and then I'm watching Shawn spiral. So it feels like they're building up to both of them exiting and maybe Shawn coming back, maybe not, but I don't think Martha Madison's coming back, at least not now. Also on Thursday, John Black and Marlena Evans surprise amnesiac Joseph Bell. So it looks like they definitely are going to have an update for him. I remain convinced that he is going to be revealed as John Black's biological father. That's just my conjecture, though. We'll see. Hopefully by the end of next week, we'll know more about who he is. It's not going to help a lot because the poor guy's got amnesia, and as soon as they tell him, he's going to forget again because he's been an amnesiac since the 50s, since the end of the Korean War, according to the guy from the VA hospital. Also on Thursday, Theresa tries to find out where Brady and Alex went and why. And they have gone to Greece to look into some of Vivian's claims. And of course, Theresa is trying very hard to get back in Brady's life as the love of his life is what she'd like to be. So she's asking specific questions for a very specific reason. Meanwhile, that same day, Chanel tells Johnny, I'm ready to make a commitment. And it looks like probably to him, because we just broke some days casting news, it looks like Aketra Civilian, who plays Talia Hunter, might be another casualty of the wave of firing of actresses at Days of Our Lives. She posted a Instagram photo, and Ari Zucker, who plays Nicole Walker, posted a very sweet comment talking about how she wishes that she was still on, that Aketra was still on Days of Our Lives, and she even tagged Days on her comment. So she, A, outed that she's off the show, and B, tagged the show to let them know she was outing it and that she's not happy. Kind of interesting. And so it looks like Chanel is going to be with Johnny and Talia is going to be out of town soon. However, maybe Chanel gets with Talia and then Talia breaks her heart and walks away. We'll see. Friday, September 15th is season 59. Episode 15 of Days of Our Lives. We're going to unpack all the Friday spoilers for you. But if you haven't already, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our day's updates. Click a like if you're enjoying this day's weekly spoiler edition. And definitely comment on what you're excited to see happen next week on Salem. All right, let's dig into Friday. Vivian puts her nose into Stefan's plotting with Gabby. Obviously, they're still plotting about this whole Dimitri von Leuschner thing. That's all going to come to a head very soon. Meanwhile, Brady and Alex's trip to Greece sees a stunning occurrence. Gwen reveals something that rubs Leo Stark the wrong way on Friday, and Maggie and Julie are brawling with Vivian. Now, I don't expect it to be a physical brawl since they're older ladies and we don't want anybody to get hurt. I think it's going to be a war of words, but knowing the barbed tongue on Julie Williams, I am there for it. I cannot wait to see her read Vivian for filth. Let me know what you guys think about the action coming next week on Days of Our Lives. And thank you so much for tuning in every day for our updates. This has been Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.